Well, hello, hello. Good evening, all. I'm going to do a tiny little adjustment to voice and game sound for this evening. So, what should have happened, based on what I've changed in XSplit, is that now you should hear my voice at the same volume as usual. But when the game sound pops up, while it should remain a bit louder for me, so that I'm able to hear the in-game sounds well and be able to play reasonably, it should be a little quieter for you so that it doesn't dominate the stream as much. So if anyone's arrived early and is already listening, do please let me know how that sounds, and if it's no good or if the game sounds really quiet or something, I can change it back pretty quickly. So we'll be able to test that out. So as I mentioned on Facebook, the stream last night of Dead by Daylight was very, very fun, really entertaining, and I had a good bit of feedback from people saying that they really enjoyed it. And since I'm still in the mood to play, and since it was obviously a popular stream, it makes all sorts of sense to play it again. So we are going to be doing another Dead by Daylight stream. I'm just loading up. It does take a little while. Oh yeah. And then we'll crack on. So at any point during the stream, if there is a particular killer or survivor or style or challenge within the game that you suddenly think of, by all means let me know, and if I think it is possible and or fun, I will have a go. Can't promise I'll manage it, but and once we get into the killer section, then obviously people can just vote on which killer they would like me to play. I can play pretty much all of them that I have access to. I prefer not to play as Mike Myers because I just don't like him and I don't like his playstyle, but the rest is fine. So we will start off with a quick survivor game just to warm up. I've been playing as this guy. I'm gonna make my loadout fairly let's go with Kindred. So we're going to go with a very altruistic build. So the idea is that I can help my friends, so I can see where they are, they can see where each other are when I'm on the hook. That's just a very good perk in general for getting away from the killer. And this one is a blood point bonus in order to benefit. It doesn't actually benefit altruism, but it just rewards me for doing it. This is the one that would benefit me slightly for altruism, but yeah, we'll not worry about that too much. Are any of these any good? No. No, they're all pretty rubbish. That one's decent if I had it leveled up, but I don't. So, so we're going to crack on. We'll jump in, play a couple of games with Survivor just to warm up, get ourselves into the game, into the spirit, and then maybe jump on Killer when the mood hits us. Big advantage of Survivor, as far as I can tell from the games that I've played, is that we get very quick load times. So like this, we get a game almost immediately, whereas with Killer, you usually have to wait a few minutes. So it is nice that we get into a game and get the stream started off with some gameplay. Although it does help if I actually put the in-game camera on, doesn't it? So let's do that. Pro stream. Lovely. Everything should now be set up properly, and I hope that that little sound change also helps those of you that were concerned a bit about the sound balance And from yesterday, I realised at the start of the stream it was quite an extreme imbalance. I tweaked it a bit. I've tweaked it a bit more, and hopefully that will improve the quality a bit for you. So we're playing as David King, some British hooligan, so that seemed a bit appropriate. Mainly just because I wanted a couple of his perks at the time, but now just to have... Oh, God. We've already lost one, that's not good. Three of us on one generator, this should go pretty quickly, assuming no one fucks it up. They're both going to run off, so I'm going to stay and presume that she'll follow their tracks and their movement rather than coming for me. Looks like I've probably got that about right. Yeah, so she's found one of them, so let's get moving. We are playing as three, so we need to make quick generator progress, and he needs to survive a hell of a lot longer than that if we want a chance at winning. However, we've got a toolbox, so we'll try and get some generator progress on the go. And once we get down to three, hopefully he'll spend a bit of time camping. And then we can go over there, get that guy sorted, but in the meantime we want to make sure that the time that he's wasting, hopefully looking for us, is being spent on generators. Oh, that's annoying. He's likely to come for us now. Our man's got injured trying to go for him. We do need to try and get to him before he gets to half health. So we're going to leg it now. If we don't get to him before half health, I don't think we are going to get to him before half health. Damn, we didn't. That is definitely a mistake on my part. Should have been a little bit faster. Kind of need this guy not to die. Because we only have 3 people. Evening, Bullet. I'm desperately hoping he doesn't have nurses calling. He doesn't. So we get away with that heal, which is nice. What we'd like to do is get back over to the generator that we had going earlier, but since we repair quite a bit faster together, we'll stick with this guy, repair with him, hope that the other generator hasn't degraded too much if she even found it, and then get back on it, and then we'd be down to 2 instead of 4, which would be a fucking huge difference. She's just jumped out that window, so she will be coming towards us. So we're now scoping out where our escape path's going to be in case she runs for us, and it's going to be that way. We're going to take the time off her. She's now out of hatchet, so she fucking well should be. And we've wasted a significant amount of her time. And if she wants to go and get more hatchets, she's going to have to let me get on this generator, and she knows it. That must be quite annoying as the killer. So, we've managed to waste her time. We've not wasted any pallet, and we didn't, and we've made her spend all of her hatchets, so she has to go reload. That's been pretty good. Yeah, we lost a survivor right at the start of the game, so that sucked quite a bag of dick. Now, we're not going to do this generator because I don't want to leave the last 3 generators all together. So we're going to leave a gap, do a gapped generator so that there'll be more distance between the last generators when we come to them. That's the theory. Damn it, there's only 2 spaces on that generator. So, I want to now get her attention. I want her to see me. And I want to draw her away from them so that they can get that one done. I haven't managed to find her. We're now far enough away where if I find a generator, I can... Oh, she's already found them. So we want to get started on a generator if there is one in this building. Yes, it is a perk of mine. So when I'm playing this guy, when I'm playing David, I have perks which are pretty much centered all around altruism. So on Meg, I had all the perks that are designed to run away and hide quietly. On this one, it's all about helping my mates, taking hits for them, getting them off hooks, and stuff like that. Sadly, this is a one-man generator, which really sucks because there's not enough space for anyone to get anywhere else on it. But I can use my toolbox to speed it up a little bit. I can probably duke her pretty well. From what we saw of her performance at the other place, she's not an amazing killer, so we should be able to waste quite a lot of her time if she does come for me. It depends on the strength of the toolbox and the add-ons that you have, but I would say about plus 33%. But that is very much a guess just based on how I visually see the bar moving. I don't actually focus for that, but wasn't looking. Anyway, if she comes towards me, that's okay. We only need 2 more generators to do. I think it's a 2-minute bar, approximate. 1 minute? I don't know. How long have we been sat here? It's been a while. I think it's a 2-minute bar. I could be wrong. So she's coming, but she's too late. So, our job now is to waste her time as much as possible, and preferably her hatchets as well. Fortunately, she is not the best hunter in the world. So we did get hit there, that sucks a bit of dick. Oh, fucking hell. She got me through the window. Oh, damn it. I should have... Alright, so where are our guys? They're both working on generators. This is great news. It means that they're going to get the doors powered up pretty soon. And I have a perk that when I'm on the hook, they can see where each other are, so they both know now where each other are, and they're more likely to be able to sort of coordinate, open doors, get me off the hook, and so on and so forth. Because it doesn't always work like that, but that's the idea. Alright, they've managed to get it, so they're probably both going to run to the nearest door, I would imagine. This guy looks like he's coming for me, which is great. The pallet over there is broken. There's a pallet over there that's up, so I think we're going to go that way in an attempt to hide. And then we have a pallet to waste her time and allow my mates to get out if I need it. Since she's not even near, I'm going to allow them to try for the heal. She'll expect us to run for the doors, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay away and safe. Oh, crap. Right, okay. Expect a hex that says no one escapes death. So basically, once the exit doors are powered, her axe is now a one-hit kill. I will answer that question a little later on. I'm going to run for this door. Because I think he's going to get it. Yeah, he's got it. Lovely. So we are going to get the hell out of here. There we go. The hardest killer for me to deal with. So my information on that question is old. Because it used to be that the nurse was by far the strongest. But I played the nurse all the time. So the nurse was an odd one, because a really good nurse could mess you up, but I knew the nurse really well, so they did have to be pretty damn good. Huntress, again, I played the Huntress a lot, so that wasn't really a problem. I think the Trapper is the hardest killer for me to deal with, because I don't play the Trapper very well or very often, and so when you meet a good Trapper who knows good trap spots and knows the good timings on when to go and pick up traps, when to lay traps, when to chase people, when to force certain actions, I think that works. That works well. Oh, got some different. What's this? Yeah, bugger it. We'll have that. Oh. So yeah, I think the answer is the Trapper. Any different trousers? Yeah, bugger it. Those are darker. Let's go with those. In fact, which jacket? This dark. Oh, this jacket's darker. Let's stay with this one. It's good to be dark. Although this one covers my arms, less skinned, and oh, that's a darker jacket. Let's go with that. Evening, Voita. Enjoy your lurk. Appreciate it. Yeah, camouflage. I mean, it's funny though, because sometimes I just choose to use ridiculous clothing, but generally speaking, most of the time, I'll try and use the clothing on the characters that's hardest to see. It used to be that Claudette, who is the black female character, also had black clothing and black glasses and was generally an absolute bastard to see in the dark. So a lot of players... Also, she happened to have really good talents at the very start of Dead by Daylight when it was released. So, yeah. We're going to start off not using the toolbox. Reason being that when you need to do objectives fast is usually later on in the game. Early on, we can afford to just get progress. We don't need to really rush the progress. We just need to sort of keep an eye on the situation. So we've seen something off in the background at the back left there. He's moving, which suggests killers come towards him. We're 2 on this one, so we might get it done before any killer gets to us. It's not a Mike Myers or something, is it? Because we haven't heard the heartbeat yet, which is unusual at this stage. We should have heard it by now. Yeah, when you get 2 people on the same generator, it's sort of exponentially faster, and it's very good to team up, but it also means that the killer has like, you are confined to one area. The killer can sort of keep more of you busy at once if he does find you, and if you only work on one generator, then he can... Oh fuck, what? Oh, it's the hunter, okay. can see her over there. She's just going and filling up her axes. So when she moves away, which she should do now, she should walk towards that. So we'll get that guy. Me healing him is safer than, is faster than him healing himself. Him healing himself is at 50% speed. So if we get the chance to stay together, stay safe and heal, it's good. But it does mean that 2 people are not doing generators. So it's a bit interesting, but it does get us altruism points, which is rather handy. So we're down to 3, so we're actually going to use the toolbox now because we want to put real pressure on the killer, just in case anything goes wrong. If he starts to kill one of our guys, we want to make sure he's got real pressure on him. Bit of a double-edged sword. Yeah, it is. It's generally positive. It is good to have 2 and 2 survivors, you know. Then one of them runs off and one stays on the generator, and over on the other side of the map 2 survivors do 1 generator. That's really good if you can get that perfect world, but yeah. Generally speaking, I think spreading out, just making sure that you're all making progress whenever there's nothing more important to be doing, and just going on like that. Now, she's injured. Is she being chased? I think, just in case, let's go and help her out. I've got this perk, so I may as well use it. So, being able to see your allies does mean that you're able to go and administer medical aid a bit easier than otherwise, and thus we get a bit of altruism points as well, which is always nice, but also we get her healed up and back on generators as quickly as possible. So we've left that generator kind of half done, which isn't great. That guy's injured. Let's go and help him out. She'll do the generator, I'll cover for him. I thought this guy was injured, that's why I stopped near him. I thought he wanted me to heal him up, but it's the other guy that's injured apparently. She's going to turn around as soon as this pops, so it's better to be on the move. Oh, he was injured and he's just a moron. Right, he should have stopped the moment that we got that generator going so that I could heal him up. Oh, he's got the perk where you're constantly injured. Right, okay. So there's a... Whoa, just saw that in time. Fuck me, sideways. Looks like she's going to chase him, so I'm going to get back up to this generator and make sure we get it finished up. Nice. So now this guy's healing himself. Good. She's on the generator. Let's go and get her. Help her finish that generator. Make sure we get it done. Then the doors will power up, and then we can get the hell out of here. Now the door is over there. So in order to try and cheap out some points, just before this generator gets done, I'm going to run away and try and get the door. Oh, motherfuckers. They really boned that up. So now she is on us like stink. Me being there was just fucking him up. I shouldn't have been doing that. That was really bad, actually. I should be going to a different generator and making sure the pressure remains. We can't get that generator while he's running around it. He shouldn't be running around the generator that we're actually working on. That's bad play from him. But it was much, much worse play from me to be trapping him. Because, like, whenever we're running around, we're kind of blocking each other. We can't both slide over the thing at the same time. So... can 2 people use 2 toolboxes at once? Yes, they can. You can have like 4 people all with toolboxes and you get the generator done in like 20 seconds or something. I've seen that happen. It's madness. As the killer, when you just like, you start the game and 15 seconds later a generator pops, it's just like... Woo! Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. I made a noise over my own skill check noise. Hopefully Killer will come to me and that will give our other guys some time to get that guy saved. Boost their speed. Yeah, so a lot of the survivors have various perks that boost their speed after certain actions. So, for example, after they land from a height, or the very first time that they sprint within 90 seconds. So that one's called Sprint Burst, for example. I had it on the girl that I was playing last stream. Or there's one called Nia, who has balanced landing, so whenever she drops down from a height, she gets a little sprint burst. And all of those sprint type abilities all share a cooldown called Exhaustion. And basically, once you get a sprint burst, you become exhausted for an amount of time, and that just means that you can't use another sprint ability. It stops survivors having basically 4 sprint abilities on them, and just running around in circles, dropping down from a height, and then running, and then dropping down and running, and so on. Just general run speed. No one has a faster run speed to my knowledge. That would be nuts. Absolutely nuts. Right, we're going to go and try and help this guy out. Is he dead? No, he's just kind of half dead. We're going in for the save. We fucked it. We're gonna have to run him away. Let the other guy save him. Okay. Nope. No, I didn't get to use my dead hard thing because I put the mallet down. I got screwed by my own greed, and now I might even die. Oh dear God. Right, she's going to whack us in the basement. The other two at least do get to escape. We have scored easily enough points for this game. We got maximum objective points and altruism. Well, not maximum, but we got plenty. But the good news is we do have that perk that allows everybody to see what's going on when I'm on the hook. So they might heal each other up and then work on getting me out of here. If they do manage that, I should make it from here to that door that I opened. Having the door open is really, really important. Once the door is open, good news. Looks like they are coming for me. So, yeah, both of them are coming for me, so that's good news. I'm going to get ready. And then get the hell out of here. Is she not coming down? Come on, lass. Oh, she got hurt. She's going to run off. Hopefully, she's going to run to the exit door. The other guy's got the killer will chase her, and then this guy can come in and get me out. Yeah, he should now jump in and get me up. Get me up. Get me up. What you doing? What you doing? You massive tool. Come and get me up. What you doing? What the fuck is he doing? The killer is just sitting there with a guy on his back. He can't possibly do anything right now. This guy should be sprinting to me. What a penis. We have a monumental-sized schlong on our team here. Alrighty. Fortunately, I lagged out and then got stuck up against a wall, so while he was indeed an enormous penis, I did then fuck it up, so... Oh, so she's got us. We're going to wiggle like a maniac. It really won't matter because she is right next to her basement. So now I'm dead. That guy should be running away. He should just get himself out. Oh, he's going to try and heal himself for points first. Fair enough. So basically, once he saw that the killer had downed the other survivor, he should have been running to me immediately because he knows that the other one's busy. Yeah, but we've scored massively enough points to get one rank up. We were going to be even somewhere else. Yeah, it was like some part of the way to 2 ranks up, so... No worries, my friend. Nice try. Right, so my bad play at the end there didn't help that I got a little spike at the wrong time, but I don't think it would have made a difference. I really fucked it and I ran into a wall and boned it up. my bad. Unhook 5 survivors. Oh, we've actually done that one already, so... As Claudette escape a trial, we'd get a bunch of blood points for doing that. Suppose we could just play one as Claudette, why not? So, what level is my Claudette? I guess she's level 1, because I never liked her. Yep, level 1. So, this is what it's going to look like when you play as a survivor with no perks. Oh, I just get to put one of these perks in anyway. So we'll put self-care in, because being able to heal yourself, rather good. And we obviously don't have any items or anything on her. So this is basically a perkless survivor game, but we do have a challenge to escape with her, so why not? It doesn't make a huge difference. Perks are nice, but they're not required. Perks are more required on Killer, honestly. I think on Killer, your perks make much more of a difference to your playstyle. And that's not true. I suppose some Survivors perks do make a change to your playstyle as well. But they're more optional. It's like the Killer ones, you kind of need to go in a certain direction. You can choose different directions, but you need to go in a direction. Whereas with Survivor, you can genuinely just play as is, but it's really good to have at least one perk that gives you a sprint somehow. You want one perk that gives you an aura somehow, either to see the Killer occasionally, or to see allies occasionally, or to see something like that. And then you want a third perk that sort of just gives you a bonus for some type of action so that you can focus on altruism or objectives or whatever. Yeah. At some point what I might do is grab some DLC. I think the one that interested me the most was the newest DLC, the one that's not out yet. So I think maybe while I've got cache issues and then wait for the new DLC to hit, hopefully the cache issues will be solved by then. And then we can simply grab that DLC, and then I'll basically begin playing that Survivor and that Killer from level 1 to level 50 and sort of rank them up, and it'll almost feel a bit like progression, because we'll get to sort of skill them up and decide together what loadout we want on our Killer and see what the new perks are on the new Killer and the new Survivor. That can always be really fun. Sometimes creates some really unique play styles. I know that it really did on the Nurse, for example. And the new DLC is connected with some Japanese sort of samurai monster and a Japanese female character. I don't know whether it's from a famous Japanese horror thing or not. I'm not big on horror, so I often miss the references, but I'm sure it's something really famous. But I am a little bit of a weeb. I do like things that are Japanese, so the whole sort of aesthetic of it appealed to me. So if they're any good at all, I think we might get that DLC and have a bit of fun with it when it comes out. I think that'll make for a good stream. Also sort of putting ourselves to the test, because by that time we'll be a bit higher ranked and suddenly we'll be playing both Killer and Survivor without perks. So I think that'll be fun. The DLC is called Cursed Legacy, but I don't know exactly when the release date is. I don't suppose you could look that up for me, could you, Bullet Mate? If you're still there, if you could check out the release date on Cursed Legacy, that would be useful to know. I watched Death Note and I watched Sword Art Online or something like that. But no, I'm not really much of an anime watcher. I wasn't a huge fan of most of the animes that I... Oh, shit me, we've started quite close to the Killer. I hate this map so much because I can never work out where the fucking stairs are. Despite the fact that there are signs everywhere, it never seems to help me find the actual stairs. Right, let's just run, find a generator and get going, because we need to get some progress. Why is that generator being shown to me? I don't understand why that generator was suddenly highlighted. And I think we're now just... Yeah, we just walked in a circle. So she's been hit. I think I'm going to go, and since I can't find a fucking generator, I can at least try and help my allies. What the fuck is going on? She's got a one hit already? Sweet Jesus. I do not know what that hex is. I have never seen it. I presume it's from one of the new... Well, it has to be from one of the new killers because I've never seen it. But she got some hex where once we get rid of her totem, she gains instant kill for the duration of that skull on the right, I guess. Good to know. Just says December. Oh, sick. Well, I mean, that's good enough. That's decent information. So if I was the nurse, I'd come this way. And she is. And then she's been saved, so she's off to deal with that lot, so I'm pretty safe to repair for a bit. If it's in December, that's alright. When it comes out, I'll hopefully still be here. I'll be going to Norway for a bit, so there will be a week or so where we don't get a week or two where we don't get a stream, but December 3rd. Oh, that is really soon. Alright, cool. That was a bit ballsy. And that wasn't ballsy, that was just stupid. I just thought I could maybe bait him out. This nurse is actually pretty decent. He's tracking well. He's not getting lost line of sight, so he's not getting line of sight particularly easily. He's obviously got a good perk set. He's playing alright. Fair play to him. I'm going to try and crawl away. See if I can get to a spot where I can then heal myself a bit. I cannot heal to full, but I can recover to a state where they are able to heal me a bit easier. I doubt we'll get to that stage. I mean, killers rarely lose track entirely of where you are. She should come and find me pretty quickly. And we've only got one guy and he looks like he's pretty scared, and he probably should be. We're all getting murdered by this nurse. So there we go. I've recovered up to the maximum health that I can. So now if they get to me, they can just sort of click on me and I'll pretty quickly get up again. Nurse is calling. Yeah, she does. So now we know that whenever we're healing, she's going to see our aura. So we know that. Because that's the only reason that she would blink blind onto that spot. So we've now got to go to far corners of the map to heal. And we've got to know that if we even vaguely hear a heartbeat, we cannot be healing. Yeah, Bill is one of the guys. He's probably got nurses calling 3, so this is a pretty dangerous thing to do. But if we don't get ourselves healed up, we are going to get fooked. So, yeah, we've healed ourselves up. We know she knows where we are because we're healing. I'm off. Bollocks. She's coming after me. Yeah, she's not getting tricked by any little like line of sight stuff that I'm trying to do. Which, to be fair, I'm not doing anything particularly special here. I'm just trying to sort of get back into the rhythm of Survivor and maybe use some line of sight tricks, but I haven't done them for a while and I haven't got the best feeling for it yet. Oh, interesting. We almost got there. So they're healing up, and luckily they have stopped before the nurse got too close to them, so maybe she didn't see them with Nurse's Calling, but Nurse's Calling is probably one of the best killer perks in the game. Being able to see when people are healing is pretty good. Yeah, I'm perkless, but as I said, like, I think it's very, very possible to play Survivor without perks. And while I could use some perks to try and make my attempted jukes a little better or whatever, we can't blame this on being perkless. It's simply on me, and also my lack of knowledge of this map. If you know the map a bit better, then you are more able to do some little jukes. For example, I thought that this doorway that we're looking at here, so you can see the little bit of, above the word space, there is a door. And I thought that was a doorway, and I was going to go and try and hide in the door, but I didn't make it. I wonder if this guy's actually going to make it before we die. That's going to be really close. Woo! We did. God bless you. Let's run away. We're going to heal for a bit. We're going to stop the moment we hear a heartbeat. And we're going to hope that the other guys keep him busy long enough for me to get healed up. The lack of heartbeat is very good right now, because if he was anywhere near us, he'd be able to see us because of Nurse's Calling, and he is chasing someone else, so we get to heal ourselves to full. Great. If he catches us again, we are instantly dead. So that's bad news. Let's cleanse this totem and get some points. It doesn't actually have an impact, otherwise it would be glowing and sort of fiery. But it's still nice to cleanse them and get a few points for it. Doesn't look like we're going to get all 4 gens this time. The map. Really difficult because alright, we've managed to break line of sight. Will have heard that. So we're going to loop round. Hope that our tracks melt into one another. She did see us there, pretty certain, so we've got to move. Yeah, she got stunned, she lost where we were, and we were able to break line of sight, very important against the nurse. She's now after her, so we need to move and get some generator progress, because if we don't get any generator progress, we're just boned. So while she's chasing someone else, let's do what we can. This map does seem really, really killer favoured though. Ah, God, I suck balls. Yeah, it is intense during the chases. Like, you really have to think about it, and so she should now come directly towards us because, yeah. Nurse is a really slow killer. However, she will eventually catch you. Our job is to try to break line of sight, which it looks like we've done, and then get far enough away where she can't see us healing ourselves with her perk. Like now, and then see if we can heal up again. So it's just me and the Russian guy. So the only way to potentially escape now probably will be the exit hatch. And it's likely that we're both gonna just try and hide, I guess, because it doesn't look like he's been doing any generators this whole time. In fact, he's been down, so that's unfortunate for him, actually probably fortunate for us. We've managed to heal up, and our job now is to find the escape hatch. Yeah, only one of us can use the escape hatch, that's correct. If he gets hooked and killed, then I get to try and find the hatch. Let's get some generator points. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to not be a dick. I'm going to go and rescue him. It would be the correct play points-wise to hatch camp, but I want to let this guy have his chance to play the same as we've got ours. So we're going to try and unhook him, see if he makes it out. We managed to get there before he got to half life, so that's very good. We're gonna hide in here. He didn't. I mean, we gave him a chance. He didn't. He didn't make it away this time. That's unfortunate. Where the hell's he gone down? I can't see his outline. If only these people were nice while playing Apex. Well, I'm nice while playing Apex Legends, or at least I try to be. Ah, so when I'm in a locker, I can't see his... Oh, most randoms aren't particularly friendly, no. He's probably chasing the other guy, so instead of just waiting for the hatch, let's actually give him a chance and do some gen. Also happens to score us some points, so no big loss there, I suppose. If he continues to run him around for long enough, then I'll get a gen done. And then we can maybe start to put some pressure on, which is hard. I think we'd have to get another generator before she was under any pressure. She's a good killer and she's playing well. But you never know. This guy seems like he might be a decent survivor, so if we work together. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff like that where randoms just do something. Oh, that is really bad news. I looked over at the chat at the wrong moment. My bad. Where's he just come down? Over there. So, looks like he's getting hooked, so now it's a game of, can I find the escape hatch? Before she finds me, or it. She's actually run away and left him. Again, I think it's only reasonable to give him a chance. She's coming back, I'm going to give him a go. I fucked it. I really shouldn't have gone for that. Ah. Well played, killer. She deserved that one. She got us good. Yep, she did well there. So we didn't manage to complete the escape as Claudette. I think we will still rank up because we did a lot of work. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we ranked up good. So what did she have? She had Nurse's Calling, No One Escapes Death, Haunted Ground. So what's this? 2 trapped hex totems will spawn in the trial. When one of them is cleansed, all survivors suffer from exposed 50 seconds. Wow. And Strider, you are acutely sensitive to the breathing. Ah, so that's one of the reasons why we were struggling to just lost block her when we were close, is that she has Strider, so she was like hearing us a lot better, a lot easier than normal killers would be. So she did well, and she used her perks well. Nice. So we'll play another one with Claudette until we try and get this challenge done. So we need to escape a trial, and once we've got that done, we'll see if we can have a go as the killer and go from there. You can like and dislike the killer, can you? I didn't see that in the end match thing. Was that an option, or were you just asking an open question? I'm not sure. It used to be that whenever you were playing a thumbs up and down near the killer. All right, cool. Well, we'll have to have a look at that next time. It used to be that pretty much every time you finished a game as the killer, if you won, then you got camping motherfucker, fuck you, hope your family die in a fire. And if you lost, then it was, oh, GG killer, well played, GG. Or sometimes it was just like, haha, easy, haha, if they were a pre-made and they were a bunch of cocks. So, I'm sure that at the top levels it's probably still a bit like that. The internet is still the internet. Fortunately, on this channel we do tend to avoid it as much as possible. So you won't see too much of it going on here. So we've got a level 1, rank 20 Dwight, not great, but then we've got a prestige Nia, so probably a decent enough survivor, and then a 35-18 Claudette. She's probably fine, probably a similar level of survivor as I am. I'm not very good with survivor, honestly. I used to be a lot better, but I just haven't played it for so long. I've kind of lost the feeling for it. And survivor is a lot about getting very minute details correct, and if you get them all correct, then the survivor can feel actually quite powerful, which is weird in a way. But when you get a single one of them wrong, the killer just nails you for it, or they should. Is the white mark on the middle player the prestige icon? Yeah, so there's so when you get to level 50, which is basically you complete the blood web, you get a level up, you complete the blood web, you get a level up, you do that all the way to level 50, and then you can either get as many infinite level 50 blood webs as you like, just to get decent items, or you can hit the big prestige button, which will lose everything you've got, all your items, all your rank, everything, and the only thing it will give you is an item of clothing that's covered in blood, and a prestige token, which is like the little skull with a Roman numeral 1 through it, and then you can do that all again to get prestige 2, and you can do it all again to get prestige 3, and then that's it. So it's a bit of an ego stroke thing, really. There is a killer near us, but they're chasing someone else. I didn't actually see which killer it was, which would be useful to know. I haven't played any Call of Duty. I was always a Counter-Strike guy. Yeah, basically all it does is give you the bloody clothing. So like when you see my Huntress or my Nurse or my Meg, they're all covered in blood, and it's because I got the Prestige 3 thing, just because I played this game far too much for a while. Always good to get early generator pressure on the killer, so the fact that we've already got one done and we've got one on the way now is very good news. Hopefully at least one of our other guys will be doing the same. Oh, we're playing against the Wraith, okay. We'll get this guy. Oh! And then we'll leave him. He's got a fair chance to get away. When did you play WoW? I played it from sort of around vanilla when we were raiding Black Temple, and then I played it for about 6 or 7 years. So I was mainly doing raids up until sort of Zulaman and then Wrath of the Lich King stuff, and but I was largely doing PvP during that time. So I was doing arena up to about 2300 rating with Resto Shaman, and my 2v2 partner was a Death Knight. So I played for a good long time of yeah, PvP. I really enjoyed it, and I played a lot of Battlegrounds in vanilla when you needed to do that to get the PvP gear. I played an astonishing amount. They really made you grind for that shit, like much more than anyone would want to. How about yourself? Did you put in a stint? So Wraith's doing a bit of a number on them over there, but I'm doing a bit of a number on his generators over here. So, oh, he's got 2 down, so we are going to have to go and get involved. He's going to go and pick that guy up first. We are all responding, that's good. This guy's crawling instead of healing himself, that's incorrect. He should be letting me heal him, but he's not because he's a Mong. We're going to split the killer, so one of them's going to go there, one of us is going to go here. You'd never want to go in the same position. You want to make sure that he's always having to split his priorities. We're going to heal this guy up. We're going to run because we can't actually get the heal off. He's running away. I have no idea why. Since he was kind enough to... I mean, did he not see us? Is he blind? End of Burning Crusade through Asylus King did Burnish Cataclysm. Yeah, that's... I think I basically started earlier than you, but ended around the same time. That guy's been downed over here, so we can both run, get this guy off the hook, and then immediately heal him up to full. Which we should, I mean, healing at this speed should just go immensely quickly. What we might do is, I might run the killer off to one side, so that those guys get to... Oh, he's there. Let's see if we can hide here. Did he spot us? Looks like he did, yeah. Oh, he's going over there because they did heal him up. Let's put the generator pressure back on him. So if he's chasing people, he has to know that we're doing gens. He can't just sort of get that for free. So we want to make sure that we are putting that pressure on. And since we found a toolbox in the crate, we may as well use it. Didn't enjoy Cataclysm, seemed good but didn't try it. Right, so yeah, I can understand that. My days of WoW just sort of naturally came to a close, I would say. I'd finished with it. I'd done what I wanted to do. I enjoyed it immensely. I'd achieved a lot of the goals that I'd set for myself, so... Oh, that's a lot of gen pressure. To suddenly have 2 gens pop on him like that must put a little bit of wind up him. I'm going to hope that the other 2 guys remain altruistic, and I'm going to get this thing on the way. Yeah, it looks like he's going that way, so we're going to keep this gen pressure up, get the doors open, and then go and get that guy up. It doesn't look like anyone's actually going to go and help us, so it looks like that might have to be my job. He has spotted us, I think. No, he hasn't. He's dealing with the gen, so I can run and get this guy up. Marvellous. He is going to be coming now, though. So... Fuck biscuits. We need a pallet. There's one. So now we need to waste as much of his time as we possibly can, using this pallet and this little arena. That did, sadly, just get that guy to waste the pallet. I didn't know he was there. It's kind of my bad, but also his. So let's get myself healed up so I can be useful again, because when I'm on injured state, it is not good for the team. It's certainly not good for me. We're 3/4 of the way through altruism, so one more sort of hook save or full heal should get us a lot of the way there. There's only 3 generators left, but we only need 1 of them, and it looks like we're doing good progress. And all of us are currently standing, if a bit shakily. Oh, I spoke too soon, but now we can get 2 of us on this thing while he's dealing with that, and we might be able to push it while he gets that guy hooked, and then we can get the doors underway. as quickly as possible. I think that guy's dead. I think he's already been hooked twice, so I think this is his third hook, in which case he dies instantly. Yep, I was right. So therefore, we did exactly the right thing, making sure we got this generator pressure. Where's the nearest door? Anyone see a door? There and there. Right, okay. He's likely to run for the doors rather than the gen. Oh, he ran for the gen. Fuck me. We could really do with a pallet. We have not found one. There are no pallets. No pallets. We found a window. We're going to make that window. We'd made the window. Huzzah. This pallet's been broken, so this is no good. I'm a fucking god. Didn't make it there. They really are, like, these guys have used all the pallets on the friggin' map. That guy should cover for me. He should stand in front of me, but he's not doing it. Are we going to make it out anyway? Yes! Yes, we made it! Whoo! Fuck me, that was close. That guy should have definitely taken the hit for me. He should have run back in front of me, so that, because he was on full health, so he could take a hit with no issue. So he should have just run right in front of me, taken the hit so that I could get out, because I was injured. So he made a bit of a cock-up, but it doesn't matter. We got an enormous score. I mean, Jesus, our guys broke all the pallets on that map. Did you look? Did you see how there was no pallets anywhere? Christ almighty. We did gain a toolbox for Claudia, so that's nice. We can run that one. But we also got the quest done, right? Because all we needed to do was escape as Claudette, and we've managed that. So that's good news. So we can select a new challenge, I think. Yeah, we can get that one done, get some blood points for it. Lovely. And then Tier 4 unlocked. No idea what that means. Tried a Pokemon game. I played Pokemon Red back when I was a teenager. So that is a good long time ago. And I had Pokemon Arena or something on the Nintendo 64. My girlfriend likes Pokemon quite a bit. She likes the third generation. Right, we're going to play some killer for a bit, so I'm going to take some killer challenges. What killer would you like to see, Bullet? You've been loyally here the whole time, so what do you fancy? I'll bring up the options in case you've forgotten what we got. So we've got Trapper, Wraith, Hillbilly, Nurse, or Huntress. What are you in the mood for? Wraith or Huntress? Alright, well, we'll start with Huntress, and then we'll move on to Wraith after that. What add-ons have I got? Not many. Yeah, we can just take a little random add-on. Always nice to have a bit of something. Oh, let's get some blood points. Yeah. So all I'm doing with the offerings is I'm taking ones that give me extra blood points, because I want to save up these blood points, and then we can use them. I want to make sure that I've got the cap, which is 1 million, so I want to make sure that we've got 1 million saved up, so that when we get the new DLC, we'll be able to put immediately some blood points into the new killer or the new survivor as we wish, and make a bit of progress that way. And then we can spend the extras that we've got to get my David survivor up to level 50. I do like having level 50. I don't know why. It's just perfectionist in me. I don't like having 47 or something. It's just annoying. So we'll get to 1 million, we'll get David to 50, and then we'll just start leveling up. Because I think the Hillbilly is also sitting around a stupid number. Yeah, Wraith is on 47 as well, so we want to get him to 50, David to 50, then maybe Hillbilly back up to 50 as well. We'll just level everything up. I mean, Christ, I've got time, so... the new killer sounded neat on Gamepedia. Tell me about him. All I've seen is the trailer. All I know is how he looks, and he looks kick-ass. But I would love to know what his perks and skills are, and I would also love to know anything about the new Survivor, because she looked really cool as well. And to be honest, none of the Survivors that I own particularly please me. Like, I don't think any of them super cool or anything, so... if the new survivor's got some cool perks, that would be really sweet. Oh, and to clarify your question, yeah, this is the Prestige 3 symbol, and this is the Prestige 2 symbol on the Hillbilly. I was sort of in progress of that when I stopped playing the game. I'd already Prestige 3'd 2 different killers and a survivor, so I was like, I was doing my third one, and I just sort of ran out of energy, I think. If you've got a link, maybe I can I bring it up on screen? Will my XSplit pick that up with my current settings? Not sure it will, you know. Not sure it will. I'll have to dick around with that at some point. He absorbs the blood energy of his foes and can transform into a demon, which gives him fast speed and deadly strikes. Well, that sounds incredibly powerful. So let's hope he's well balanced and not too easy. Kazan Yamaoka. And I wonder... Oh, the Oni. Okay, okay. So let's have a look at his 3 perks. So his first perk... Oh, the pages don't exist yet, so they've not actually managed to sort it out. But they provide navigational information, they punish injured survivors, and gave advantages over those that interfere. So, okay, I think we've got it now. So he's got absorb blood orbs left by injured foes. So as you injure them, you can absorb their blood. Oh shit, we're in game. Oh no, okay. We're just in the lobby. You can press and hold the power button to absorb the blood orbs and fill your power gauge. Once it's full, you can active ability to initiate Blood Fury. When you're Blood Furied, you become lethal and have additional abilities, which is dash and strike. So dash is some, you know, move fast thing, and demon strike, extended lunge range, and immediately puts them into dying state. Well, that sounds immensely strong. But what I really like about that is that it gives you an incentive to injure a lot of people more than just tunnel vision one person. I think one of the things that was really unpleasant for a lot of people in terms of play experience was when a killer would just tunnel vision them down, make sure they died, then go to the next survivor and do the same thing. If you were that one survivor who just got tunneled first, it wasn't a huge amount of fun, and there wasn't an enormous amount you could do about it if the killer was good. And so building killers which like are incentivized and benefit from spreading the damage and really sort of killing one, like hitting one, maybe putting them on a hook, moving on, getting the next one, etc., is really good game design, I think, considering that that was one of the big problems in the game. Right, got to remember that I'm now the killer, I'm now the killer, I'm now the killer. Right. Good afternoon, madam. I don't know this map, but apparently neither does she.
Hey!
I'm presuming this is the clown's map, because we do appear to be in a circus. Anyway, since it looked like she just sort of AFK'd at the start a little bit and then suddenly came into the game and found herself in a load of shit, I will... What the fuck is that? That just makes really annoying noises. So I'm gonna presume that a survivor is or was. Near here. The problem is that I've gone and hooked that survivor right next to one of my totems, and I need my totems to stay up. And they've just got rid of one of them. That is a bit irritating. Oh, they haven't got rid of it. It's triggered an alarm that they're trying to. Let's leave her be. They've got her, that's fair. We're throwing that axe mainly just to try and scare them off the totem. We didn't manage to, and she's managed to get to it. That's irritating. I don't know which totem they got. Oh, they got Ruin. That is annoying. That's probably my best one. Right, but we've dealt with her. One of them's injured. What game will we be playing tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be a chilled stream. Probably something a bit less exciting than Dead by Daylight. I haven't immediately decided yet. There's a game called Spectrum Retreat, which is a puzzle game that I would like to check out. Oh dear, that was not overall very good play, but oh, some scratch marks here, interesting. This guy was over here and just fucked it. And now we just spotted him there. Hello, sir. We're not going to waste time throwing hatchets at him because we've already got him on the ropes, as it were. This guy's just gone this way. Now he's going and oh, nice spin, lady, but then she was too busy looking behind herself. Oh, this girl's already injured. Why? I don't remember hitting her, but we've now got 3 of them down. That's handy. Let's start getting them hooked a bit so that we can benefit from this. Cannot find that fucking injured girl. She's just over there. I could hear her, I just couldn't actually get to her. It is cool, yeah. It's fuck, that was close. Probably incorrect to be chasing this guy, honestly, but certainly incorrect to swing there. But, never mind. While the other girl's down, we've probably got enough pressure on them to warrant. I'm not going to make it into my basement, so we're just going to get him hooked. Murdering is chill, yeah. Yeah, maybe. So we downed this first girl somewhere over here. Never mind, back we go. Get a line of sight on one angle, there we go. We got the line of sight on the angle, so we know he's running this way, so we can cut him off, and then he's fooked. Like that. HOG, trying to think what that would stand for. What would HOG be, my friend? Hidden Object Games. Not that I'm aware of. So they've got him. We're trying to establish line of sight. We get it. They're off to the left. We didn't get the axe on the floor, but it doesn't matter. We've got him and he's dead. So there's one champion that's doing pretty well, and it's that girl. But the other ones are all pretty screwed. This guy's totally dead. The other girl will be a bit of bother. That was silly of her. But I just pretended to get the axe ready for the other girl so that I could punish this one. And it worked out. I suppose sometimes you get away with this stuff. I've now got 5 stacks of my Huntress's Lullaby, so whenever he's trying to do skill checks, it's going to be a nightmare for him. But this is no longer a generator game. It's now just a hatch game, so let's see if he finds it or if I find it. He found it. And the game ends. So hook 8 survivors, we managed that, so we get to select a new challenge. Not bad. So tell me about hidden object games. Next quest is damage 6 generators. So that's not something that I typically do. I don't think it's the best way of spending your time as the killer, but sometimes it is. And so as you mentioned, Huntress and then Wraith. So we'll jump into the Wraith and see how that goes. What's our next challenge going to be? List of objects, look around a scene or area for them. Okay, so something a bit more like an escape game or an exit game, whatever you like to call them in real life, where you're just sort of searching for stuff and trying to then occasionally solve a puzzle or whatever. I think I prefer the solving of puzzles over the simple finding of items. Like, if I want to search for stuff, I'll just try to find useful shit in my loft. Like, I don't need to have a game to hide things for me. Having something hidden as part of a puzzle is obviously great, but if it's just like, right, we've hidden all your shit, go and find it. So I'm assuming, obviously, they've made this a computer game to entertain people, so I doubt that's what they've done. It's not just a shopping list of your own crap that you need to find in your attic. But at the same time, I think I'd rather find more complex puzzles. For example, when we were playing Quern for the last few weeks, it was good fun to really use several game elements multiple times in different ways, all these sort of complex puzzle ideas that you had to get your head around, and then the occasional simple one, really simple one, so that you had to go back to basics. I really thought that was a very cool game in terms of the puzzle genre. Yeah. What have we got on our blood web? Oh, we got the level 3 Shadowborn, okay. What add-ons have we got? Reduces the time to vault and stack and blah. Oh, let's take that for a laugh, and we'll just put on some bonus blood points, as always. Try and get them blood points. So we've got an ultra rare add-on. The silence perk item was nuts. Yeah, this one is actually also very, very rare, but different. So this is an awesome potential in aura reading. So while we're cloaked, we can see the intensity of every generator. So basically, whenever we go into cloaked mode, we'll be able to see which generators are being worked on by their aura, or at least that's how I'm reading that text. So we should have a pretty good game here. Our little side goal is to try and damage 6 generators, so we are going to work on damaging generators where maybe normally I wouldn't. I'll put the extra time into just getting that done. And we're going to, again, try and take advantage of the fact that we've got this Deerstalker perk in order to leave people dying as kind of bait a little bit. We'll see. Alrighty, so someone's got a perk that greatly thickens the dark mist. So there are two sort of weather, if you like, weather elements, the light and the mist. And so someone has used an offering, a survivor offering, which greatly thickens the mist, and that makes it easier for survivors to hide, especially at range. So when we're close by, it won't make much of a difference, but as we're looking further and further away, the mist will be thicker and thicker and much, much harder for me to spot people. Fortunately, because of the add-on that we're using, we'll be able to sort of see where they are just from which generators they're working on. So hopefully we'll at least know which area they're in, and then we'll just have to rely on my close range tracking to hunt them down. Simulation games, you mean like Train Simulator and Goat Simulator and Bus Simulator and all that sort of stuff? None of those really appealed to me very much, so no, I've not really jumped on any of those. If you mean VR, I would very much like to try some VR stuff, but it's quite a price bracket to get into that. So that's going to be a little way off in the future, I think. Oh, business info, you manage something. So I played Football Manager back in the day, even though I've never ever liked football. It was just that me and my brother both sort of played it together, so it was just something to do with my brother. Managing something. I used to play the theme park, theme hospital. I'm pretty sure I did a zoo type one at some point. I haven't played the Jurassic Park one. I have. Oh god, someone disconnected. God damn it! When you wait that long and you disconnect, it's really annoying. So yeah, Theme Park, Theme Hospital, I played those ones. They feel a bit like strategy games to me, and that very much tickles my fancy. I also played quite a few city building games. So for example, I have Frostpunk, I have Caesar 3, I played... What was the other one? Some other Roman city builder. But the one that interests me at the minute is Planet Zoo. It's one that I just bought for my girlfriend for her birthday. And I do like those types of games, and Planet Zoo in particular appeals to me as being a very chilled option. That might be a Wednesday stream at some point. But the problem is that if I want to buy it on my account as well, it'll be like €100 I've spent on this game. So it feels a bit painful to buy it twice in short succession. So I'm going to wait a little bit, or maybe one night I'll see if she's not using her account and just borrow her account to play it for an evening, see if it makes a good stream or not. I have no idea if that sort of game would make a good stream. I feel like they might be a little too passive, so it would really depend on audience interaction, I think. But I'm not really experienced enough to tell you without actually trying it. Where are you from, by the way, mate? I feel like I've already asked that, but I've forgotten, so... Oh, it's up north. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, type of audience is going to matter. Yeah, yeah. Oh, come on, give us a game. Otherwise I'm going to have to go back to Survivor, because these load times are not conducive to happy times. Like, if we have to wait this long between every game, I think I'd rather just... Oh yeah, I mean that's such a shift in game type that you couldn't really do it. But I think, for example, my Wednesday streams have been traditionally pretty chill. I say traditionally, I've been doing like a month, but so far they've been pretty chill. And so I think that, you know, taking Planet Zoo as an example into that sort of stream where everyone can just relax and have a look at the monkeys could work. Could work. I don't know. I'm willing to try stuff out. I don't pay too much attention to the numbers, as in like stream by stream, but I believe we get a similar amount of viewers, but they are sometimes different viewers. So I know that a couple of the viewers come specifically for the sort of puzzle, chilled element, and they don't necessarily turn up when I'm playing Apex or something like that. And then we've got people who don't particularly come for the chilled streams and tend to turn up more when we're playing some sort of action or horror. So obviously everybody's different and everybody fancies what they want. My job is to just try and entertain throughout and let people choose what they want to watch. It's absolutely fine. I know that, you know, some streamers prefer to just stream only one game and they make a name playing one game, and then everybody knows what to expect. You know, if you turn onto that stream, you're going to watch that game, and if you're into that game at that time, then that works out really well for you. But I think I would rather think a bit more long term and be sort of selling my personality rather than the game that I happen to be playing. So that's why I'm willing to switch around games. And yeah, I won't gain as many short-term viewers as fast, but oh, hello. So we can see all these generators are white, but that one is going red. So they're working on this one, we know it. And we can go and bother them a bit. Let's sneak round the back of them a bit. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so we've caught all of them. Caught this lady with her pants down. I'm not sure what she was doing. She's vaulted this window, legged it into here. She's now going back here. She's going to run now. Oh, going for this window again. What we do not want to do is let her get to back to that house that she was at. What the fuck? We just hit him on the head. No, fella, no. You're not just going to quietly walk that one off. This guy's going to loop here. That's fine. And he knows it. Not much into games like LOL, Dota and Fortnite. I've played an astonishing amount of Dota, so I cannot claim that I don't like Dota. I do like those games a lot. But they're not currently on my radar so much. So let's see if someone's hiding up here waiting to rescue him. They are not. We've got this lady. Oh, just mistimed it. We have broken yet another pallet, and now we can assume that they're going to move for this guy. I would if I was them. Wow, they didn't. They are bastards. Thank you, sir. That's an important pallet to be broken. And since we've got a request, we will get that one broken. Head back. I'm going to chase the same guy again because it should result in a death, and we do want to get him out of the game as quickly as possible. He's running towards the end. Mistake. And this guy is my obsession for some reason, I don't know why. We've got quite a way to move for this hook, but we should make it unless there's someone waiting specifically here. Oh, that's kind of fortunate. My favourite games change all the time, but StarCraft was certainly one of them. Age of Empires was amazing back in the day. This guy looks like he might be a decent survivor. He was trying to losses pretty hard there. Command & Conquer were the games that I had some of my highest rankings ever. So I was World Rank 2 on Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, for example. So that was a game that I was particularly successful on and really enjoyed. Warcraft is a game that I really enjoy. I'm looking forward to playing the Reforged. Jesus, they already got the exit open. We have boned this up. I've been talking too much. From using that pallet. He's now dumped it down. And he's running immediately and too fast, and that's probably fucked him. Yeah, nice, we got him. What are other games that I really enjoyed? I think if you have a look in my channel, I did sort of put over time. It's kind of chronological that the games that I played, and I think most of those are certainly, like, if not favourites, then really highly rated games that I enjoyed a lot. Yeah. I hear you. And I see the other girl going down. So that's one. Now we need to go and try and get the other one. She's going to try and cover for them. She didn't actually do a very good job. No, she's done a very good job actually. She just got them off at the right moment there. And I think all three of them are going to escape. Very well done from the Claudette. That felt a bit like a pre-made move. Nice. This guy didn't make it out. That is unfortunate for him. That is unfortunate. Nice try. So we do get two.
Ow!
Bethesda games. Only The Evil Within. And I recently played Metro Exodus, which is a little bit in a similar realm to Fallout, I believe. It's that kind of game. But no, I was never really big on single-player storyline games until I started streaming. I was always more multiplayer strategy games. Oh, so that was not my best game. Not my best game. Didn't do well there. And that Claudette played well. Fair play. Did we get that challenge done, or did we just get a little bit of it done? I think we just got a little bit done. Yeah, just 2 out of 6. Not much. It doesn't feel right to me. I never do it. Let's have a game with the Hillbilly. Hillbilly's always a bit of a laugh. Let's put some nasty chainsaw mangling effects on them and do that. Yeah, you've got to get a bit of chainsaw action in occasionally, haven't you? Let's get some extra blood points as usual. Oh, 100% bonus blood points in all categories. Yes, please. Forgotten I had that offering. That's a good one. But I think Bethesda Studios, to my knowledge, have put out pretty good games in general. And that's why when I saw that there was on Steam there was like a Bethesda sale, and that's when I picked up Evil Within 1 and 2 around the time that I was thinking about streaming or not. And I certainly don't regret picking that up. So reduce the duration of pallet stuns. Well, I almost never get pallet stunned, so let's take Nurse's Calling instead, because it's just better. And I don't think that's worth it either, so let's not worry about that. Let's take Brutal Strength. I'm not sure it's... I don't think it matters too much. These perks are a bit low level, and none of them are sort of top, what I would describe as top tier. But again, what is top tier and what isn't may well have changed over time. I haven't checked out anyone else that's playing the game still. I haven't looked at any other DBD streamers, so maybe they're all playing a different loadout now. I know that my Huntress loadout with all the Hex Totems was quite popular back in the day. That unnerving presence actually seems half decent. "15% is not a lot faster. But anyone doing any of those things within my terror radius anyway is an idiot. So unless you also increase your terror radius, you're not right. Maybe you could look into the Outer Worlds. What's the Outer Worlds? I've not heard of that. Is that one of those single-player storyline type games, or? No, okay. Okay. Generally speaking, I think sort of more to my nature, multiplayer games appeal more. But if there's a particularly good single-player game or one with a theme that I really like, I'm always fine to jump on. Oh, I do enjoy the hillbilly. We've spotted a dude over here, so that's good news. We've spotted 2 dudes, 3 dudes. Wow, they're all over here. Let's pretend we might not have seen that girl. But we have. Oh, it's a dude. Sorry, just girly hair. Quite tricky to control there. Try and injure him, didn't get it. We bumped. Off she goes. Pretend we're going to her, and then switch. Oh, I've not got the maneuverability down so all with this. I haven't played it for a bit. I am enjoying myself though. She gets the stun off. Bravo. She's running out of pallets. Good stuff. All the pallets in this area have been used up. We can do the damage thing for the quest. And then we can use this just to get moving. We've seen that she's over here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Oh, excellent. So we get the pallet and we get the damage. They're getting pretty good progress on us here, which is not good news for us. But here we go. We've got Bill. Let's see if Bill's as good at dodging the old chainsaw as everybody else. No. Good news. So, damage. Quest. We see one girl there, we see a nearby hook here. So we know one of them's over at that generator, so we can get moving there pretty quickly. No need to camp with the hillbilly. There are some scraps that do take advantage of his ability plus camping, but we're not going to bother with them today. They're up top. We're going to pretend we're going that way. And then we were hoping that one of them was going to jump down. We'll see if we've tempted anybody in close. Doesn't look like we have. Nobody working on that one. We've spotted one here. And we get rid of the pallet near the hook. That's fantastic news. She's off over here. Wow, that guy has a pair of testicles on him. I'll give him that. And it's got him a chainsaw in the back for his pleasure. Now, is this my... Basement? Nope, sadly not. They're probably going to try and heal, but I've got the mangled effect on my chainsaw, so the guy that was hooked is harder to heal, but they're still trying, bless them. And they actually got it. Wow, that's annoying. Can you get him? That's good news. We get a free injury on her. It's not going to be enough wiggle room for this guy. Fair play to her there, though. She just lost me really quickly. Let's just double check she's not using quick and quiet perks. No, she's not. She just jukes me. Bravo. So we'll assume that she's long gone, even though she might not be. Nobody on that gen. This gen. Over here. And they're currently trying to heal her up. Or she's trying to heal herself up, sorry, in this building. So, we'll run up. Oh, they're all up there. Forgotten on this map where the bloody exit is for the... Oh, hello. I mean, if he wants to walk straight into me, I'm all for it. Let's go. They've used a lot of pallets on this map, so there won't be a huge number remaining. Yeah, I mean, to be fair to him, like, I was moving around in a weird way, because he didn't know it, but I was actually just trying to figure out where the window that they were all going to jump out of from the top was, so that I could basically sort of trick them and hide underneath it as they jumped out. But he didn't know that, and so he was running about hearing my heartbeat really, really close, and just sort of trying to stealthily make his way out. This guy is doing pretty well. I should have got him there, but I didn't. But we have got him now because he was a bit silly and ran around in the open against Hillbilly, which you do not want to do. And that's the end of the game for him. So we'll chainsaw around a little bit. Yep, we found him. Good stuff. We're going to go after this one. I shouldn't have made that lunge. It was unnecessary. There she goes. A little bit. Is she going around that way? That seems unwise. That is a long way to go. Again, against Hillbilly in the open. It's going to work out badly for her, and it does. But fair play to her. She survived a good amount of time. Let's have a look for the nearest hook. It's this side, and then we've got that one last guy who didn't seem super strong, so he's just shown us where he is. He's over at the window there. did make an immediate run to rescue her, we would have had a good chance to catch him out in the open there, but looks like he's at least a little bit interested in saving his own skin. Fair play, honestly, so would I. There we go, we got him. And now we've got her, she's got nowhere to go. Nice. Yeah, chainsaw can open up some real possibilities. I mean, he panicked there. He shouldn't have gone for the hook. As soon as he heard me come in with the chainsaw, he should have run back the other way and just left her to her fate. But as I say, he panicked a bit. And I am actually pretty far away from this next hook, so if he's wiggling really, really well and I made a mistake, then he might have survived, but no. So, good game with the Billy. Let's see if we can just go and quickly damage another generator before he dies. Get some quest done. Nice. Get some chainsaw points. So we get the no one escaped, and we get a daily done, so some sacrifices with the hillbilly, and we get the damage generators a lot closer. I think we just need to get one more of those to get that one finished, and we definitely ranked up. So that was pretty good. That was a good one. I do enjoy a little bit of hillbilly occasionally. There's certain maps where he's good, and that is one of them. That type of open map where you've got long straight pathways to go down. And there are certain map like the scrapyard where he just sucks because there's so many tight corners and they can just run around, and so many windows they can jump through that it just makes using his chainsaw a bit of a nightmare. So we'll make our steering a lot better for a laugh, and then we'll increase our movement speed and charge time. Why not? Oh no, we want to decrease the charge time. Yeah. So we decrease the charge time, and then we'll put in the one for the extra bonus points again, because we want to get up to 1 million so that we can start spending them. Probably streaming for another... Well, I'll be definitely streaming for another hour. And then if I'm in the mood, I might carry on for a little bit longer. I don't have to be up early tomorrow. My morning class got cancelled, so I don't need to teach until later on. I'm genuinely not bothered about brutal strength. I'm going to try unnerving presence just for a giggle. Yeah, I teach... I live in the Czech Republic, and I teach English. So I mainly teach professors at the university. So I got a lot of EU grants back in the day to teach professors so that they could basically teach better in English. The EU is very interested in that, and so I think it carries across to my streaming persona as well, is that I do tend to try and sort of explain things in a rational way, and really one thing follows another, and this is, you know, this is this, this is that, and I like to explain things. I think my whole family are teachers. My parents, my sister, my brother was teaching English in Japan for a while. My ex-wife was an English teacher as well. My grandmother was a head teacher, etc., etc. So pretty big teacher family. We all like to think we know what we're talking about. Well, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Although I think sometimes it just results in me rambling on, so it might not always be a good thing. Oh, that was a quick lobby. We're nice in. Have you seen that guy's name? The guy's called A Nice Cup of Piss. That's a cool name. I'm surprised that made it past the censors, but A Nice Cup of Piss. Right, Billy time. Billy time. Nice thing to read while having a sip of tea. Yeah, if you just like nice cup of piss, just blast your tea everywhere. Nothing worse than scalding tea all over the microphone. Speaking of which, got some dog hair on it. There we go. Sorry about that. By the way, you were here yesterday and you're here today. I've made a slight tweak to the audio. So theoretically, the audio for me should be exactly the same, but the audio for you should be slightly more balanced. Not like anything massive, but it should be slightly more balanced towards hearing my voice over hearing the in-game sounds. Have you found that to be the case or not so much? I'm drinking Yorkshire tea, Yorkshire Gold blend, because the water here is very, very hard, and so it's really good that it brews well in hard water. Okay, so the sound balance is a little better. I think it's necessary to have the sound a bit high. Looks like this guy knows this jungle gym reasonably well. Is he going to get that? Oh, I don't think he should have got that. I'm not sure I agree with the game there. He's not going to get this next one, though. Oh, lucky. Well, not lucky, well played, but lucky that he... Oh, I didn't... I forgot he could just come back up there. This guy's being a pain in my ass. I'm not sure it's worth chasing. If we get this guy, we're going to put some effort into downing him because... Yeah, good. Sometimes though, when survivors are being clever, and you could see that guy was definitely, he was doing some really good plays, like no doubt about it. But when they're being clever like that, you can sometimes rely on them to always try and take the smart move. They won't often do the move which is just like the more direct move. We are putting effort into making sure this guy dies. That's making them spend more people on rescuing him. Tempted to heal him up on spot, which is what they did. Oh my god, we just went straight through her with that chainsaw. That is some bullshit. So we've got Clever Boy again. And it is tempting. Yeah, okay, we are going to finish him up because I think it's going to be... worthwhile. Yeah, we got him. Nice. Oh, it's a nice cup of piss. It's actually a nice cup of piss. Yeah, exactly. You can try and predict that they're going to outmaneuver you, and then you can sort of react to that. Tetley, I like Tetley as well. I like Tetley as well, but I'm not going to lie, big fan of Yorkshire Gold. So we have actually managed to get a fair amount of pressure on them. And so they haven't actually got many generators done. And we do want this smart ass dead, because he will waste a lot of our time if we don't get him. They know that as well, and they've gone for the rescue. He gets to survive, so now we just need to follow him and he will die. That was really silly of me. I should not have lined that up. So we have found this guy. He's got to heal, otherwise he goes into dying state. We get a free kill on this guy. The pressure is mounting on them a bit. I really expected her to dodge. She's got balls of fucking steel. I mean, she's just a moron. Okay, she just stayed in a straight line with my chainsaw revving up. Like, what? This guy is in like the catatonic state, so he should be dropping down any second if he doesn't get healed. I really don't understand why he isn't dropping dead. Hello, sir. I'm not sure I understood that move, but I'll take it. I'll just start getting a hook, keep some pressure up. I really didn't understand that move. I mean, yeah, they gave him some time, I suppose. Did he just res that girl? Balls of steel! I mean, she's an idiot, so she's going to die anyway, but I mean, that guy's just got testicles. Maybe a perk. Yeah, it might be a perk that I don't understand. I thought he should have been long dead by now, but apparently not. We're going to take this girl, whack her in the basement. Put her on the wrong hook, actually. I forgot I'm playing Hillbilly for a second there. So that one is already powering down. So close. Let's put some distance on him. I thought he was just going to go left. You've sometimes got to take the 50-50. They've rescued that girl. That's fine. Is he going to make it to that? Yes, he is. Good. One more pallet down. Oh, he's making a run for it. Got him. Nice, 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 nice. That gets us a lot of points as well. Getting chainsaw kills gets a ton of points. We are spreading the love maybe a bit too much. Like they're all low, which gives us either we'll get all of them or we'll kind of get none of them. And that's risky. Nobody working on that, but we have found this girl. So that's good, as long as we're always chasing someone. Put some love into her. She runs this way because she's not very smart. Marvelous. Alright, so it looks like those two have finally worked out they need to get some generator pressure and they've just ignored the guy on the hook for a bit, which is probably right. She's now half low. They might be trying to heal him immediately, in which case, yep, we get the long-range chainsaw. That's perfect for us. We shall expect them to go straight to the girl. Yep, they've just got her. Again, they really shouldn't try and heal her immediately because they know I'm going to come back. If I was them, I'd have run this way, but it looks like they didn't. Alright, we've just seen one of them, so we can now track this fella. Is this nice cup of piss? I think it is. Oh, look at that, you cheeky bitch. He does like this area. Oh, there's Bill. Let's go for Bill instead, shall we? Oh, well, if we get him like that, then let's just have him for free. Bill's here. Pretty sure. Bill is definitely here. Here we go. Hi, Bill. Let's give him a little ding so he knows what's up. Now he's got to worry about the fact that he's one-shottable. Meanwhile, we do not want to let this guy up, so we'll go and get him hooked up. And now Bill's got to deal with healing himself instead of putting generator pressure on me. So that is very good for us. And it looks like there's a scratch mark. No, it's just a hook. So we can say goodbye to a nice cup of piss, despite his quite legendary name. Yeah, looks like they ran this way. Up he goes there. So it looks like they've changed it. It's very difficult for us to get an advantage from him being there. Nope, we get a free hit because he thought I was going to be... Like, that's an example of where he overthought it, so he thought I was going to be all sneaky and back and forth and back and forth. So he tried to get maximum value by waiting. And same there, so he tried to get maximum value, and as a result, gets caught. Don't think he meant to walk into a wall. You never know. When they're trying to sort of look behind them and be very careful about where they're looking all the time and stuff, that can be something that results in them walking into a wall, right? So. Let's go up top, see if we can get her in our sights. Doesn't look like we can. So she's either hiding or she might be now doing this gen. She's not, which means she's almost certainly going to try for him now. She wasn't very close to him when we left him, so she might not get there in time. She knows that we're sweeping back and forth. Here we go. So we should have her now. She's going to run up top. Oh no, she's not. She's just going to get chainsawed. The fact that she doesn't dodge that, it just boggles my mind. Like, she should try to dodge left or right. It's properly weird to just run straight forwards. And it might actually save her ass a couple of times, because no killer expects you to just run straight forwards away from a guy revving a chainsaw behind your back. Yeah, that was just an odd and bad play. I feel a bit sorry for a nice cup of piss and Strawberry, because they both played reasonably well, and that girl just was not taking advantage of it at all. Just running around like a lemon. Yeah, she's probably a bit new. I mean, we are at the lower ranks. You can't blame her too much. So, we got the challenge done. Let's see what the next killer challenge is. Have you got a killer preference? Or should we, or what do you fancy? I'm thinking maybe either Huntress or Trapper. Damage the same generator 2 times. That should be doable. What do you fancy? Hunter, Trapper? Huntress or Trapper? Trapper for a change. Alright, we'll see if we can do something with him. So, what? Oh, let's click ready first and then dick about with add-ons. Try and get the load time down a bit. So, what have we got? We've got increases the sabotage time and the disarm time, so they can't get rid of them. Cool. Let's put that on. And then if they get hit by a bear trap, they suffer mangled, or we can increase the... no, that's no good. Reduces the chance of escaping. Sabotage time darkens them all, makes them harder to see. That's kind of cool. Hemorrhage... Setting speed. Setting speed's good. Let's do that. And then again, we just want blood points. So blood points it is. Oh, yeah. Blood points in all settings. I think that was a Survivor Pudding, that was like I think it was a Christmas bonus from 2016 or something. So I'm a bit surprised I've still got them left over. Let's see if they got any new cosmetics for Trapper. Nah, just the other stuff. Right, a bit risky, but I'm going to run for the bathroom while we wait for this match. So hopefully it's not going to pop immediately, and if it does, well, I should be back in time. So running to the bathroom, be right back. Alright, looks like that worked out since we did not get into a queue just yet. So we'll have a go now with Trapper, and then I think we're going to go back to Survivor for a little bit. So we've had a good run on killers, and unless you've got a particular killer that you want to see for the next game, then we'll probably just jump back to Survivor and see how we get on. Oh, extra bear traps, that's pretty cool. Devour Hope, rubbish. Insidious, rubbish. Yeah, okay. You gonna head off for a bit? Alright, mate. Have a good night. Appreciate the banter. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we're jumping in with Trapper, and if I didn't see, I can't remember whether it actually tells you already which map you're going to load into, or whether it only tells you once the game starts. I think it's just when the game starts it'll tell me what map we're on. It doesn't matter. It's just like, yeah. So this is the Saw one, which I think, theoretically, is pretty killer favoured. So if I lose this one, that'll be a bit embarrassing, won't it? So we'll whack that there. Grab a fresh trap. Don't know what they're doing. Why did she go down immediately? I'm not sure I understood at all why. I mean, like, they've got two people with a perk that, like, starts them off in injured state. So they all seem to be pretty busy at the minute. Let's use that. Get them set up nicely on some hooks. We've got one properly killed, one hooked, one injured, and one of them running about like a pudding, trying to distract me. I mean, what was she doing? I don't know. This game is weird. That perk is not really worth it. What it lets you do is it reduces your sound that you make by being injured a lot, and it means that when you get hit into a dying state, you can recover yourself from that dying state. So you're actually able to stand back up completely. Like, why would you disarm the trap and then just wander about? Because you know I'm gonna come. I don't know. This game's been properly weird. I'm not gonna pretend I understand. I'm also probably not gonna get this girl to a hook because I don't know where the fucking stairs are. Nope, she's gonna wriggle off in a second. Oh wow, that was just fortunate. Right, I mean, we win. I mean, I didn't really play very well there. They just shit the bed. I mean, I suppose it happens. Yeah, I mean, it didn't feel good, did it? I mean, it was just like, right, well, a bunch of guys just suicided into my face. I mean, I didn't really feel like I got a chance to play Trapper much really there. I'm going to play one more as Trapper. I genuinely don't feel like I got much of a game there. I mean, I got the 12k, so I got the rank up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got it. But let's jump in with Trapper again and see if we get a bit of a... I hate that map. I hate it from killer side. I hate it from survivor side. It's just like you need to know it really, really well in order to be able to go up and down the fucking stairs. And if you don't know it, you're boned. And if you do know it, you're going to have a massive advantage. So until we have played a lot, that map's always going to be a problem from survivor or killer side for us. And that is a pain. I hate it when the map is the deciding factor. I think you always want it to be who's the better player. And I suppose knowing the maps is part of that, so it is fair. It's just, it feels bad when you're the guy that doesn't know the map. And it feels a bit unrewarding when you're the guy that does know the map. Like, in that case, those players were just bad. And so it was unrewarding because I was much better than them, and they were just terrible, and so unrewarding. And it would have been similarly unrewarding if I just knew the map and they were just running round and round in circles and unable to find any generators or unable to get away from me because they didn't know where pallets were or whatever. So yeah, you do want things to be roughly even in an ideal world. Oh, what loadout have we got here? We get to... No. Did we get to keep that? All of that? I guess we lost the offering, but we kept the other stuff. So let's put another survivor pudding in and just get some more blood points. We're up to 700k, so we've put in a good amount of bank that we can then start to spend on stuff as and when we want to. What have we got here? Thanatophobia. So anyone damaged, they're going to get like healing and sabotage. And repair speeds reduced. If they're healing, I get to see them. I'm resilient to pain. Tinkerer. That's okay. This one seems a bit shit. Let's see what we've got to replace with it. Terror radius increased. No worries, mate. No worries. I appreciate that you stayed so long and were so active. It's a pleasure. Have a good night, mate, and all the best. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a rewarding trapper game here. The last one was a bit of a piss take. Alright, Rotten Fields. Not bad for the trapper, because there are limited windows and stuff for people to run through, so... we can hopefully try and push them in the direction of the traps that we do manage to set up. Obvious thing to do is to trap the centre, because you know that some sneaky bastard is going to run this way. They always do. Now we'll push them off this way, try and chase them around and push them towards the centre building. There he goes. Hit, that's good. Pick up that trap on the way. Off he goes up here, good stuff. Because I fucking hate people who run up here. Nice. Oh, and she's wasted the pallet as well. That is great news. Oh, she's panicking. Look at her. Pure panic mode. Nice little dead hard there, though. Not bad. Pallet slide, pallet slide. Alright, so it didn't actually waste the pallet in the end. I mean, wasted it a bit, like theoretically wasted it, but actual result was pretty decent for her. She's running towards this trap though. Hello, lady. Oh dear, oh dear. So, we get to hook her in the basement. Go and grab that trap. Reset it up. because it's in a perfect spot. Someone was here, ran around the... and now it's fucked. Trapped. Beautiful. That's why you want that trapped. People are always near the middle building. So that trap is set up once again. Okay, so they've got one of them back up. What the fuck? Nice, perfect. Good stuff, we get the insta pick up on her. Pick up on her again. This guy that was hiding in here makes a run for it. Trap now. Oh no, he's noticed the trap. Good for him. But he was too slow for some reason. Like you've got to get the angle right to get the vault through the window. If you don't get like the correct approach angle, then you don't get the vault, the fast vault. You get a slow vault, and the other guys just immediately come into the trap. And then immediately got out of it. Jesus. That was both lucky and then equally stupid. I'll take it. He escapes. Straight back in. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, when you escape in the underground, all you're doing is getting more points, which is fine. There's nothing else you could have done, so why not? It does give me more points as well, so I'm all for it. Let's try not to get trapped by my own trap. Can I not pick that up? I have to actually activate it. That's annoying. You used to be able to like pick the trap up, put the trap down, pick the trap up, put the trap down. Now it seems like the only way to get a new trap is to go and find it out on the map. Damaged the same generator twice. We still have not done that at all. But we did just get a lot of blood points for that. Jesus. That was nice. 20k. That guy tried to do alright, I suppose. But what can you do? Fair play to him for trying, though. Do we want to go as killer again, or do we want to go as survivor? I think we want to go as survivor now. Let's have a game as survivor. We'll finish up the evening as survivor. So let's maybe have a look at Meg, then see if I have a more altruistic loadout available. So, quick and quiet can change for... We'll make it, so I get a massive healing bonus for helping, and then we can change Iron Will to bond so we can see our mates. I think that's probably... yeah, bond. So that's the most altruistic we can be, and then we just take ourselves a little healing kit. Take some light crap on it just so we don't care if we lose it, and then take something that gives us some blood points if we've got anything like that. Yeah, cool, there we go. So, nothing special, just a nice altruistic loadout, so we can try and help people out, get them off hooks, heal them. So this one means that if we rescue them from a hook, we then have 100% extra healing for a full 90 seconds. So, if we are the people that rescue people from hooks, we can heal them like hell. So always good to let your teammates know. They can't see your perks, they won't know them, there's no way to communicate with them in game unless you're a pre-made. So for stuff like that particular perk, always good, let them know at the start so that, you know, you drop them off and then you just immediately insta heal them. It's not insta, but if I had a top grade med kit and the perks that I have, I could pretty much unhook her and then just use the med kit and go and have her healed up in about 5-6 seconds, I think it is. Madness. It used to be a reasonably good way to farm points because you could heal them up. Even if the killer was coming really close, he'd then get another hit on them and they'd run away injured, which means they get a little speed burst from the adrenaline. And so essentially they get to just have another run away and you get to get a full healing points bonus and an unhook. So it's kind of, yeah, decent. Yoshino is rank 50. Oh, we're ranking up a little bit on our survivors. We're getting to the less shit ranks, so the killers should start to not be entirely idiots, which is great. Increases the quality of the game. I think the chat log stays up even for him, so I think he should have seen that information, and I don't need to repeat it for him, but I'm not 100%. It's he might not know and he might run off. And also, people might forget, they might panic, you know, if you get them unhooked, they're just like, run, run, run. Not smart. You need to let people heal you up if they've got the right talents for it. So let's see what killer we face. It'd be always interesting to see if we face one of the newer killers, because I don't know a lot of what half of them do, so it'd be nice to get some games in, get some experience. We're not going to be playing as those killers because I'm not planning to get those DLCs. I'll get the new one for the Japanese killer and survivor, but... Alright, we're on Coal Tower. We're all pretty close to each other and we're right next to a gen. That's an interesting start. Dwight's a nonce. Buildings there, we can probably make it if we need to. We've got sprint burst. Let's see which colour it is. Trapper, it looks like. I'm going to use my sprint burst now. Yeah, it's Trapper. I can immediately get this one going. should have this window trapped like underneath it. But it doesn't look like it does. So. Oh, that guy's been trapped. Should we run and help him? We're better off getting generator pressure. We managed to get out of it anyway. Would you stop fucking up the generators? And would you stop running into traps? God damn. Would you fuck off, little man? Jeez. What is going on with my team? 3 failed skill checks followed by our man who just likes running into traps for funsies. Is he just running into it for points? I genuinely don't understand at this point. What the fuck's going on here? The killer's just like letting us farm points, or he wants to... He's just got an... I guess... Oh, cock. I guess he's got a challenge or something that he needs to do. Because he should be coming towards me and just killing me, but he's wandering off over there. So I don't really understand what's going on here. God, this is taking an unbelievable amount of time for me to get out of this trap. There we go. Oh, let's heal myself. I'll get some points for doing it, so... kind of makes sense in the end. Yeah, this looks like a really weird game, not a great fun because well, it looks like he's got that perk where we get reduced time on Alright, nice, we get some points for that. He gets the break. I don't really understand what he's doing. He isn't making any sense. He's either unbelievably bad, which I don't believe. I think he's genuine. Like the display that we saw over there, where he was repeatedly trapping the same guy over and over, that suggests collusion, which is weird. Like blood point farming, really? Is it that? I mean, what? Blood points are really easy to get. Why would you waste your time trying to farm them? And that's, you kind of need the survivors to cooperate with that. So. I don't get it. And theoretically what I should be doing is going and trying to heal my mates because it'll get me more points, but it's just like, is that how we want to play? I don't know. I'd rather just get out of this game and play a proper game. Oh, fuck it. Is he over there? Yeah, he's over there. I'd like to heal that guy and get the points, but... I think he's feeding us and he's driving. That's my best guess. None of it really makes any sense. It's a better item than a medkit, we'll just take it. Is it just a basic medkit? Yeah, it's just a basic one, we'll keep mine, it doesn't matter. Cleanse these totems. Heal this dude. He's being a fucking shit stain. He's obviously friends with the killer, I don't know what they're doing. Because he was cancelling my heal. I'm gonna go and get some points with these boys. Not the best players in the world, so I'm actually slightly glad that the killer is being a moron. Get the door opening points. Killer's going this way. Let's just get out of this game, it's a fucking mess. Like, I don't know why they bother spoiling the game, like what? Oh. Yeah, it's just blood. No, I did not have fun. Such a shame when they waste your time like that. At least I think so. Not fun. So I don't want to finish the stream with that one, so we run the risk of going a little bit over the time, but let's grab a survivor challenge. So we'll just pause that one. Disturb 25 crows or completely heal 4 health states. I'm not sure if I care, so let's just take that one for now. And ready up. We should get into a game relatively quickly. Survivor queue times are not insanely long, so... we are on. Sorry, just dealing with a quick message there. For some weekend plans. So, good news is we get straight back into another game, and it's on a map that I actually kind of know, so that's good. And let's get to it. We don't want to sprint early because on this girl I actually have sprint burst. The killer is the huntress. She's sound checked this generator without bothering to go any further, so we can get going. And she did find our friend over there, so with any luck she'll kill him, so we can start the altruism points, which is what I'd like to focus on this game a little bit. Oh, I forgot to tell my teammates that I can unhook them. That's what you get for being on your phone, isn't it? I mean, they know I can unhook them, but that I get the extra heal after them. My bad. Where are we running to if she gets to as well? There's a nice handy building over there. There's no pallets here, there's one there, so we've got a good couple of options. This guy's teabagging her towards me. Nice. Now he's running into the center. Has me. He deserves everything he gets. She's going to chase him. Hopefully he won't bring them back over here, and we'll just go and save him if and when he gets hooked. And then we'll go for that more central generator just to open up more late game options. Chasing him and gets him, fair enough. That might well be her basement as well, that will make it a bit difficult, but we'll just keep the generator pressure up. Oh wow, she's coming out towards us. I'm going to be a bit of a shit to that guy. When you use that perk for a very fast heal. Don't know why she didn't come after us there, that was weird. She should have. This huntress has got very weird priorities going on. She got just an achievement or something. How she managed to lose me there, I have no idea. Quite pleased though. Wow, I'm really surprised she didn't go for a hatchet. I was really expecting her to. Now she goes for a hatchet. Oh, bish. I thought she wouldn't have the angle on me. She got it. Fair enough. Alright, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle time. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, we're right next to a hook, so wiggling will be the grand total of fuck all. But we're all alive. Well, I'm on a hook, but we're all relatively healthy. This is my first hook, and we've already got 4 generators done, so looking pretty good. Let's see if our mates manage to get us off this hook. She doesn't seem like the best huntress in the world. In fact, she seems pretty bad. So it should not be at all impossible that one of these gets me. Yeah, looks like that guy's been hit over the far side. The other 2 are coming to get me. And so I can heal myself back up. was a first. Every time I've scratched my nose playing Dead by Daylight, I immediately get a skill check. It's like a guarantee. Scratch your nose, get a skill check. We are lacking generators a bit, but now with all three of us here, we should be able to power this generator through with any luck. We'll see if anyone fucks up the skill checks. Hopefully not me, otherwise that'll be embarrassing. He's chasing that guy, but we are nailing this generator down. And then that'll provide a bit of a distraction, and she has to decide whether she wants to keep chasing him or whether she wants to try and stop him from opening the doors. See, she's there. We want to try and prevent. We want to put some pressure on. Either she chases him or she stops me. She chooses to stop me. She tries to get him, doesn't get it. Gets me. I now have to run. God, there's a window. There is. Time to leave. Don't piss about. As a killer, I've caught so many people with like a long-range hatchet or a flick hit or just. Don't take the piss at the end, because you can really fuck things up for yourself. How did we do? Almost 20k. That was a really solid game. Yeah, nice. Rank up. Ah, don't be a dick, man. Don't say easy. Like, any sort of like, just say GG. And speaking of which, GG, and that will do for tonight. So, for those of you who enjoyed the stream last night, I hope you appreciated us having another round of it tonight. I've really enjoyed the Dead by Daylight stuff. It's been good. And Bullet, if you're still lurking, then thanks very much for all your participation during the stream. Certainly made it entertaining to do. And as always, I'm loving just getting to spend the evenings doing some streaming. Yeah, putting out content. Just really chill way to spend an evening. So cool. I'll be back tomorrow with, speaking of chill, the chill stream. So I don't know what it'll be yet. It'll be something hopefully vaguely relaxing. And then on Thursday, wildcard, who knows? We will see. Probably won't be Apex, normally would be, but as I've mentioned a couple of times, I've got some hardware issues, so once I got those fixed, I will I'll get back onto streaming some Apex occasionally, but for tonight, that is all. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow night. Take care.